Welcome to Auntie Chats and Tarot. Welcome in. Let's get right to your message here. Going to use the dice. We haven't used the dice in a while. Remember, not everything's going to resonate. Take what does and leave the rest. Take what helps you to help yourself and leave the rest. Here we go. Messages for the collective. Page of Pentacles is out here now. A lot of past energy, a lot of energy from people you've known from the past surrounds you. The Tower is out here now. People you've known, you haven't seen for like 35, 45 years, a couple, 10, 12 years. Okay, you've got the Six of Wands here in the Tower now. You're surrounded by this past energy you grew up with. Yeah, at your best then, very sharp then. Time stood still then, though, you felt. There's an offer here. It's really going to knock your socks off. It's a great offer. There's a lot of victory here for you. Two of Cups sideways. Talking about somebody from the past. Justice. They were your soulmate. Then something broke you guys up. There's justice here for that. That'll mean something specific to somebody. Reach out to old friends. It's like reach out to old friends and you're going to see even more old friends, something like that. And that'll be good for you. Calls from other people, confirmation to reach out to old friends. The Emperor is out here, the Six of Swords. Now, this is how you get through a tough time, is remembering who you were then. You were a big leader then amongst your peers. Maybe you've forgotten that, or this gets you through the hard times somehow, reaching out to old connections. The overall energy has to do with the like concentrating on stagnancy or seeing stagnancy or inaction in your life. Or Queen of Pentacles is out here, the Knight of Wands. Actually, what I'm getting is you feel like stagnancy is the end. Like you want to be out and about and bold and doing things and in and out and here and there. But it's actually good for you to be kind of stagnant here. Slow it down. Look to the past. Look to past relationships. Get back into a time frame that was from the past where you feel frozen in time there. And concentrate on that. A non-action there that you're not going to like. But this is going to help you through some psychological blocks. Returning to the past. Ten of Cups. Yeah, propels you forwards. Eight of Wands. To what you're actually wanting. Your Ten of Cups. Happily ever after. But you got to go back to the past. Revisit the past in order to propel forward. Something like that. Reaching out, very important to these old connections. Watch that grow, watch that flourish, something like that. Four of Swords, King of Cups. You're exhausted by the past. You don't have any desire to go back there. You were too nice, you were too kind, you were too giving back then. I see your argument. I see you. Know that you're protected when you go back there. But you are being asked to go back. Judgment. Everything comes out. Let's just get down to it kind of energy. Six of Pentacles. What's being judged is a lack of reciprocation that was fair. Whichever side you find yourself on here. That's what's going to be judged here. For a lot of you, you go back to a good time. You know, you've forgotten this good time and you've forgotten how much people cared for you there. Really true, authentic friendships. You've forgotten. You've gotten used to kind of lack of that or less than that. 7 of Cups. You knew what you wanted back then. That's why you're going back. 4 of Pentacles. You knew what your foundation was all about, what you really wanted. That's why you're being asked to go back. King of Wands and the World. You were in your element. Nothing could stop you. Yeah. You really knew what you were all about and you knew what you wanted. And that's why you're being asked to go back. So you can, it's not so much close out the cycles from the past, but the past propels you forward to close out some cycles in the present, actually, so you can move forward with something new. Because the energy is pretty stagnant here. You think the energy is going to be stagnant going back? You're wrong. It's going to propel you forward. The 6 of Cups, yeah, going backwards. The Queen of Cups. You have the Queen and King of Cups here. Somebody in your past was a really good match for you. You have good, how you know this person is you reminisce even now about the good times. Anything was possible. You guys had big plans. Big plans personally, big plans professionally. Yeah. You could sit down with this person for 3 hours tomorrow and no time had been passed. No time has passed is the feeling. The Empress. Did you do as well as you had hoped? Did they? Something like that. Were you as abundant as you thought you'd be? Are they? These are the questions. It's not so much that as it's give this a new birth. Yeah, have these people in your life, or have a few in your life. Have a couple of these people in your life. It's important. The bridge, the foundation, the what's important. You know, you've lost track of people, but it's important to have these people still in your life. 8 of Cups is out here. People that you walked away from. Situations that you walked away from. Yeah, but that's where you're grounded. That's where your base is. That is your hub. Yeah, go back. Go back. Go back. That's where your strength is. That's where there was some competition, too. Yeah, but you solved this now because you've grown up. You solved the competition angle. You know, or with your strength and your good people skills, you solve this. You smooth this over. You appreciate this for what it was, and they do too. With your lead, you kind of have to lead them into this. What you don't see is this is good strategy. King of Swords and the Moon. This is a good strategy to get you out of your funk. Your nothing's going on here funk. Specifically, psychological blocks and a standstill. That you're feeling right now. That's your present energy. The Wheel of Fortune. Good things on your side. Good energy. Good fortune on your side. The wheels turn. This is how you get the wheels turning. You know, you knew what was right then. You knew what was worth the cost then. You stuck your neck out for people who were worth it then. It's like, get back in that energy again. It's good energy. It's good, wholesome energy. You have released some of these people. The message I'm feeling here is, and the energy I see in the cards is, get back in good with them. Reach out to them. Slippery slope. Some of you are saying, this is a slippery slope, man. Well, that's where you come in with your King of Swords, good strategy. And you smooth things over. It's a hard no. Yeah, I feel like some of you are going to really fight this. Stop caring what others think. Yeah, it's a bigger picture sense, and I feel like Spirit's very clear. Some of you may not want to do this, and Spirit is just dead set on do it. Go back in time if you need to. Clear the air with people. Appreciate those connections and reappreciate them. Own your own part in this. That's what's going to keep the energy going too. Or the stagnant energy gets the wheels rolling. Own your part in this. You know, if you walked away from people and it's a hard no and you don't want to be around them again, own your part in this. and reach out. Reject invitation and trying to get your attention. Maybe you've already been asked to go back in time. You've already gotten an invitation from somebody from your past, and you're like, nope. That's not the energy. I think that's the energy some of you have, but that's not the energy I see from Spirit. I see Spirit saying the exact opposite. Dark night of the soul. Yeah, go back and figure this out. It has something to do with your dark side. Own your part in this. This has something to do with your shadow. This is an opportunity to work through your shadow so that all this stagnant energy can start moving again. This is the key, is going back and smoothing things over or understanding things better, being appreciative of the past. Something like that. Bloodline is amazing. Wow. What do you stand to gain here? The wheels turn, good fortune is on your side. Yeah, you get out of the stagnancy, and what else? Because those of you who are resonating with this want to get out of the stagnancy. Yeah, you reestablish new connections here. Three of Pentacles. New collaborations. That's what gets it all moving again for you. Reestablishing new. That's interesting. You're reestablishing new. So people show up new, but you're reestablishing these connections. Nine of Wands. Connections that maybe in the past just wore you out. This is new energy, though. This is abundant energy. You are quite amazed. This is what you don't see. The same energy that used to wear you out is your abundance now. Something about it's your abundance now. The lies and the deceit, Seven of Swords here. These people don't want to fight, or you don't want to fight. Don't get into a situation like that. You know, it's renewed energy because of the King of Swords, very strategic, communicative. You lead this out of trouble. You lead these connections to something good that everybody can benefit from. Yeah, here's your pair, your Queen of Swords, and they match that energy. You know, it's just like somebody finally has to say, sorry, and here's my part in this before the floodgates open, and people are like, oh, I've waited so long to hear this, and I've waited so long for you to come back so that we can bridge this gap. Three of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. You've been on your own. That's part of the stagnancy. I feel like you've done really well. You're to be commended, coming from not a lot and not a lot of help, but by the same token, you know, a lot of the stagnant energy is something you want to keep moving. You want to move along. And you're going to do that by looking to the future, and it has something to do with these connections. Four of Swords out here now, and coming out of a period of being burnt out and just being in a state of rest. Yeah, come out of the stagnancy. Justice. And see the justice here for everybody involved, or for a good majority of you. Find the balance here. It's good for everybody, this reunion of sorts. Yeah, you think people are going to be competitive. You're like, I know these people. I know these people backwards and forwards. I know them like the back of my hand, and it's going to be competitive and awful. You're the key to making it not. You come in there with good people skills, and you make it abundant. You've got the Five of Swords here, and the Ace of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. You make it your next big, successful, abundant move. On the bottom of the deck, you make it your Ten of Cups. Whoa. Come at this with love, yeah. All that work you've done on shadow, this is the test now. Up here. Interact, engage, reach out. Without that shadow now. You don't need it. You've worked it. You don't need it. There's a lot of abundance here for you. This something about this connection or these connections, there's a lot of abundance because you've worked through the inadequacies and the imbalance of the connections. Who was giving where, how much, you've already talked to yourself about that. But somehow woven in here is also your big wishes and dreams. And that takes place. Looking forward, making anew, making fresh, a transformation, inspiration. Yeah. Wow. Let's grab one more oracle. I'm just going to split the deck. Joy returns. Yeah, there's a lot of abundance here and joy that happens. Believe in it. Make it happen. You are the key to making it happen. Let's grab some dice. Check. Something about a check. Maybe that set everybody off. Something about money. Dine. You maybe meet for dinner or something. Make. Yeah, you need to make this happen. And even when you're there engaging with people, you still need to make this happen. You need to make this a priority that this happens. Diane could be a significant name here. A junior. Somebody is a junior here in this equation. Cat. Somebody's got a cat. Or somebody goes by Cat, maybe. The nickname Cat. Some of you had a cat together. This is the past energy. Seeing foreign energy here. Foreign. Yeah, be the bigger person here. And you are the diamond. I'm hearing you're the diamond in the rough. But you're no longer rough. Maybe in the past you were the diamond in the rough. You're the definite diamond now. With the cat energy, and we did talk about cat coming out here in the dice. That's all about independence and doing well and being independently set financially. Yeah, you've done a lot of work here. You've come a long way. But there's something about what propels you forward and gets this stagnant energy rolling again has to do with your past. Welcoming it, embracing it, reaching out to it. Something like that. That is your message. If you've liked it, please do like, share, subscribe. It helps the comment. It helps the channel. And until next time, let's remember who we are and let's remember our self-worth. If you feel inclined, please do utilize the link below for Buy Me a Coffee. Thanks for joining me.